OpenAI's Sam Altman is fired and possibly rehired by his own company. GPT-4 service outages continue, and of course Twitter reacts. This is Brady with Unboxing Tomorrow. It is Sunday, November 19th, 2023, and you're listening to Part 1 of Intelligent System Safety Review. First, the Artificial Intelligence Safety Organization AI Incident Database is curating an online database of accidents and near-hits involving intelligent systems. In its own words, the AIID is an open source project under the MIT license, and they are working under the auspices of the Responsible AI Collaborative. The project tracks real-world cases of AI harm, up to and including death and serious injury. In my own opinion, and as best as I can tell, they aim to partially do what the NTSB does for transportation safety, that is, creating a standardized reporting mechanism that experts in the field can hopefully learn from. Today's incident of the day is AIID 599, incident date November 2023, in which a worker in South Korea was fatally crushed by an industrial robot arm that tragically misidentified him as a different object. In terms of AI safety-related events, we have the 30th annual AAAI Conference on Artificial Intelligence. The event happens February 2024 in Vancouver, Canada. This past summer, I did get to attend the IEEE Mechatronics Conference, and while this event isn't explicitly AI-focused, the field of mechatronics also draws from the fields of electrical engineering, computer engineering, mechanical engineering, and control systems. The event was held at Keio University in Yokohama, Japan, and I do hope to attend once more. Recently, we have learned that Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, has been fired from the organization and possibly rehired in the space of only 3 days, and over a weekend no less. OpenAI was founded in 2015, along with other prominent scientists and entrepreneurs, including Greg Brockman and Ilya Sutskever. It was also launched by prominent AI researchers like Vicky Chung, Yoshua Bengio, and even Elon Musk as an advisor. On Friday, November 17th, OpenAI published a statement stating that Altman would be removed as CEO. The remaining board members cite their own reasons, which I'll go into later, and it also explained that Brockman would be removed as the president and that he would report to the interim CEO. By Saturday, November 18th, Brockman announced on Twitter that he would be resigning his position, and it was also around this time that we learned that additional senior members, including prominent engineers in the organization, were also preparing to leave or might have done so already. Now, around this time, some eagle-eyed Twitter users noticed that inside one of Sam Altman's statements on Twitter, the opening line apparently contained an acrostic message in which the initial letters of each word spelled out the given name of Ilya Sutskever. Apparently, Sutskever defended the firing, and the move would have made him the last remaining core member of the OpenAI founding group, at least if I'm not mistaken. Over the past 2 decades, Sutskever has published doctoral and eventually postdoc level research in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning, especially regarding neural networks and the famous AlexNet and AlphaGo projects. According to Altman and Brockman's statements on Twitter, they were not notified about the shakeup until possibly the last minute, and it seems that even OpenAI's principal investor, Microsoft, may not have known before the general public. Now, in my own opinion, whether a company is publicly traded or not, an unceremonious CEO firing of this magnitude is usually reserved for obvious misconduct from the CEO, persistent underperformance in the business, or the board wanting something that only the CEO can authorize. We know that as of Sunday, November 19th, OpenAI continues to pause new subscriptions to its paid services, which essentially means they're no longer accepting new customers. We can also see a litany of service outages, and while I don't know if they were avoidable, they have become more frequent in the past month. From what I could find over the weekend, OpenAI's public statements don't implicate Altman or Brockman for any of that. Instead, it indicates that Altman was removed due to apparently not being consistently candid with the board. Now, I don't know anything about Brockman's personality, so I'm not ready to assume he resigned in solidarity quite yet. But when your employer orchestrates a shakeup this large, with reasoning this vague, or you or your department are expected to report to new people, it's pretty much a signal to leave the company. Today, on Sunday, November 19th, it appears OpenAI's board of directors realizes the situation is getting out of control, and they may have even offered Altman his old job back. If you ask me, all of this reminds me of the 8 engineers who left Shockley Laboratories in 1957, branching off to form their own companies, and leaving Shockley Labs a shell of its former self. It's got to be pretty awkward sharing an elevator with the man who fired you, so whether Altman takes the deal or not is beyond me. We can also see from public records that the OpenAI company has recently filed for the GPT-6 and GPT-7 word marks, so we can really only speculate. Given the safety concerns of a GPT-6, 7, or even 5 for that matter, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they had a fallout over whether these programs should exist. But let me know what you think. Thank you once again for sticking around this long. As a reminder, this blog will be splitting up into technical and non-technical channels. So if you're here to learn about electronics design or programming, stay posted for the next channel update. I am currently preparing my Raspberry Pi 4s for a new project in object detection, and a newer and faster Raspberry Pi 5 is on the way. The next Arduino project is also in progress, and I'm still continuing to post everything early on the decentralized platforms Minds.com and Odysee.com video. Remember, this is a small operation with limited resources, and it is not made for the YouTube algorithm. If you wish to help out, the best thing you can do right now is share your feedback for ways this blog can improve, or share the actual video to get it to more people. The Buy Me a Coffee page has been restored for one-time donations, and I am planning to expand into at least 2 more additional social media outlets. Stay posted for the next update in electronics, robotics, and communication systems, and we'll see you in the next one.